start this off real quick. Again, this is Motv, okay? Stories of an athlete. And beside me, I got two guys that I hold in high regards when it comes to football, especially football in the state of Connecticut. You got Ryan Glasper right here. Played at Southern in high school, Boston College. And then we got Justice Hairston. Played at Rutgers, CCSU, 2,000-yard rusher, drafted by the Patriots. Ryan Glasper too. Is it BC Hall of Fame?
No, not in BC. Not BC Hall of Fame. Southern Hall of Fame, yes.
Should be.
Well, I'm not in my high school Hall of Fame, which is crazy, but congrats. Also drafted. Also went to the NFL. I want to start this off by just kind of breaking the ice and let's talk about something real quick. Top 5. Okay, we're going to talk about top 5 Connecticut football players you ever played against or actually seen play.
Top 5.
So it could be. It doesn't have to be running back and quarter. It could be just your top 5 players.
Top 5 for me, I'd have to say, obviously you.
Thank you.
You're my top 5.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to say Alfred Quiles is one of my top 5.
2-time All-State, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Doug Fink is one of my top 5.
That's 3, okay.
I have to give him props. And
You got 2 more.
I got 2 more. I'm trying to think. Tim Washington is going to be one of my top 5.
Tim Washington is one of the best running backs ever.
Ever out of Connecticut, hands down.
Yeah.
And then my last one, I'm going to give it to him. Justice, you give my top 5.
Top 5? He didn't appreciate
that.
Wait, let me at least say this. I didn't give it in any specific order.
Okay, well, I know.
I did that on purpose because I knew underneath the table you was fidgety. You was like, yo, if my boy don't say me,
Palm sweating.
if my boy don't say me, the table might flip over. I got you.
We can't mess up
That's
this
my
whole
top
situation
5.
right,
That's
but
my top 5.
Okay, that's a great top 5. Justice, I'm going to ask you that same question, okay? Top 5 Connecticut athletes that you played against or seen play, period. No exact order, just your top 5.
My top 5 gotta be, it's gotta be guys that move the needle with the conversation for high school football in the state of Connecticut. And one of the guys, obviously you guys mentioned him, is Tim Washington, was a great player, holds a bunch of records in the state of Connecticut. And this is in no order, by the way.
Okay.
Another guy that you guys may not know of, or he doesn't get the recognition. He probably wouldn't because he didn't go on a big time college football. But his name was Eric Atkinson. Played. He was the first guy that I heard of a team, a Power 5 program school, coming to sit in the stands and see this kid play. Right? He was like 6'3", 300 pounder. Yeah, 330 pound, could run like nobody's business. He was a D lineman. And then you talk about you two, obviously. We're not here talking about the Connecticut greats if you guys are not in that conversation as well. So,
we don't get an introduction like Maurice Humphrey.
Oh, Maurice Humphrey. Maurice
Humphrey,
Maurice Humphrey.
You too?
No, but Maurice Humphrey, from an athletic standpoint, I think everybody knows what he brought to the table from a defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball. I actually do a lot. And the same thing with Ryan Glasper, who went on to play at Boston College, who moved the needle for Southern, was a guy that I know specifically that we had a game plan for on the defensive side, and he was a guy that played on the offensive side. So for my last guy, a guy that moved the needle and was dominant, I'm trying to think, man, like on my own team, I could probably pick a guy, or
It don't have to be on your.
no, I'm just saying, like I'm trying to think of it, because when we played, we were the cream of the crop.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm really trying to think, like, who was it? Who were we hearing about in the state? And even after I left, who was the kid that was taking over? Like, even now, you guys, I'm not sure if you guys know, I do color commentary across the state of Connecticut. I've done that for like the last 5 years. So I had an opportunity to see some great talent too, as well, from that front.
I would say, so let me say this then. I would say,
You know what I miss? Is Dan Orlovsky.
that's true. I never.
Hey, you gotta give man credit when credit's due.
You know what's funny? I did see him play, and actually we lost to him.
Your freshman year?
My junior year, we lost to him to go on the Plain State Championship. They lost to Greenwich. But Danny O beat us in his semis. That was my junior year. Because the next year I went on and became a state champion.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yes, I owe you that one.
Hey,
I owe you that one.
you're welcome.
I owe you that one because we lose to Tim Washington and them that year, and then they go on to beat them, right?
That's how y'all got in.
Yeah,
Because
so
then y'all beat them.
we played New Britain first.
Yes.
New Britain beat us.
Yes. Mind you, they weren't playing with their
And
Calvin.
Justice wasn't on the sideline for various reasons. But he wasn't playing in the game.
He had COVID before COVID?
Way before it ever came out. He was the first one to have it.
Yep.
And then they went to Bristol Central. Bristol Central beat New Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get knocked out that game?
I didn't get knocked down.
No.
I was injured, though.
He left.
No, that was
Bristol Central, I think he got concussed.
No, I had a concussion.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring out Evans.
Because everybody knows.
He ran into a wall.
We're going to just say he left.
No, listen. I'm written in stone.
He did Antonio Brown.
Hold on, wait. I'm written in stone. My legacy is supplanted. My greatness will never be. Nobody can take that away from me.
100%.
What that happened in that game is happened to a lot of guys. I got a concussion.
Right.
But the
It does happen.
hey, why you say that? Just understand this. I don't think I lose that game for 100%. But
I mean, it was a great game. I mean, I
It was close.
I saw that game.
you was there?
Yeah, I was there.
You
What
was the
watching
final
it?
score?
You want to see the big dogs play?
You want to see the big dogs play? Big
He don't like
dogs.
that. He don't like that when I say that about the big dogs.
That's funny. So okay. So let me talk about my top 5. Okay, because number 1, and again, this is no order at all. I gotta say Tim Washington only because I played against Tim Washington and Pop Warner as well. Our team in '98 played them in the state championship. We beat them, but I saw him playing against the Bristol Bulldogs. Our team was just far better than them. And then just in high school, seeing them play was just on another level as far as being durable, carrying the ball 40, 50 times a game, 300, 400 yards. It's just like, I tried that one time my junior year, and I was like, never again.
You weren't built like that.
I just did never again. It just was not happening.
I don't know what you
I'm
messing with you, man.
the only reason I just didn't want to do that because I actually, when you talk about playing with the big dogs, just being the big dogs, I played offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had to play running back, and then I had to go play middle linebacker at 175 pounds and locked down.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to do a lot of different things. They needed me to kick the ball. But let's not talk about that. The top 5, definitely, okay. Tim Washington. I gotta say Ryan Glasper, only because we grew up together. 6, 7. I mean,
So wait, is that a charity pick, or you really believe he's one of the top guys?
I believe he's one of the top
All right,
guys.
then. It don't matter.
There ain't no charity.
But-
I know. That's what I'm saying. I agree.
We ain't giving out no
That's what
charity
be-
picks.
I just want to be very clear.
I
This
feel
is
you.
not. This is not.
I feel you.
This
I
is
feel
not.
you.
Oh, they my boys, so they good.
No, I'm
this
not
is
saying
not. Y'all was legit.
No.
I can say that with an open. Like y'all was
100%.
legit.
100%.
Okay.
So again, like I said, Tim Washington, Ryan Glasper, and I'm gonna just talk about guys that I played against, okay? Or just were in kind of like my era. We left them out, and I gotta say this is 100% Jason Manson. Jason Manson has to be one of those guys that I say went to Iowa, played at Iowa as well, was a beast. Started as a freshman quarterback at Bloomfield under Coach Jack Cochran, as you can know what type of Coach Jack Cochran, but also played with guys like Andrew Pinnock, Dwight Freeney, Jamel Lewis. Played with guys like that and held his own and was a dog on that team. Also was a state championship in basketball. So you got so when you talk about things like that, he's a guy too. So I got 3 right there. The fourth I would have to say.
I mean, we know you don't gotta think that hard. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding.
He gonna make you sweat a
That's
little
okay.
bit.
Like I said,
You gotta make
no,
him sweat a
no,
little
I'm not
bit.
playing. No, I'm joking, but it's subjective. So whatever his 5 is, that's his 5, and you got to respect it. You reserve the right as a player.
100%. You got to reserve the right to do that. I would say another guy is probably a guy you guys don't know about, but again, I've seen him play. George Hall played at Fitch. He was a fullback and linebacker. Went to Purdue, was a beast, but also like
Who is it?
His name is George Hall. Was in our class. Went to Purdue. I think he was like 3-time All-State. I mean, not 3-time, 3-time state champ. 2-time All-State. I mean, he was a monster. Again, those guys played in a different part of the state, so we didn't really get to see them a lot, especially they weren't in our newspaper, so we didn't know too much about those guys. But then you get a guy like that, and again, Last one.
Wait.
I gotta, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I gotta say Justice Hairston. You know what I'm saying? The reason I say that is because when you're playing high school football, right? And I can never call my cousin Ryan. I can never say this is my biggest rivalry. This is someone that you know, it was. And not saying that it was never love between us. Always is. But you come in and you're a freshman, right? And then you hear about this other guy too. That's a freshman coming into Britain High School. I'm at a different school, Borough High School, and this guy's coming in, supposed to play running back. Right? They got a guy there, Chris Bellamy, as well. Amazing. I go and I start as a freshman. You play a little bit as a freshman. But then after that, like I said, it was nothing but greatness. I'm just being honest. The guy that was getting recruited by Penn State, Ohio State, Iowa, all these top schools. But also just led his team to the state title. Period. They don't win that state title without justice.
No question. I appreciate that.
I'm just being real.
No, they do. And it feels good.
Can I get a little bit of? Can you push a little bit back on that one?
About which one?
Now we're gonna finish what I started earlier when I said after the Bristol Central game when they took the L.
Yeah.
The reason why they're saying that part of that should go to me, right? Maybe a little bit. A thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
So without you guys beating Bristol
We ended up
Central,
knocking out Bristol Central.
they don't go.
But I'm gonna be honest.
So
with you.
and not thank me, but thank Southington High.
No, I appreciate it because I'm gonna tell you right now, man.
They were a very talented team.
Very talented. But the thing that don't people get is that today, those three teams make it into the playoffs with our records.
Unbelievable. 91.
Now today,
two of us knocked.
yeah,
Didn't even get
we
in.
knock each other out.
Bro, the fact of the matter is, back when we played during our time, you lose one game, you probably
You're done.
Bro, my senior year, we had to do a coin flip with Staples. We lost one game in Maloney, like in the first game of the season. Like, again, I still rushed for, I think, 225.
The question I have for you: why didn't you win the game for them all?
I mean, the final drive of the game, I get the ball 8 times, get it down to the 5-yard line.
What was the final score?
It was 2-7. We hit him with
2-7. That's a great game.
We hit him with a safety. You know what I'm saying? Then they fumbled the ball in the end zone. We recovered it, but they didn't call it that. But at the same time, you understand, I still rushed, I think, for like 16 carries, 225. So the last drive, I get the ball 8 times in a row, get us down to the 5. We give the ball to our, Josh Long, who's 6'3", 235 pound fullback. It just
Should be a no-brainer.
Doesn't make it in. And there's nothing that I could do about that. You know what I'm saying?
So, how many state championships you got?